Welcome back, children. Last class we have learned about the Coelenterata group. Okay, what is the special? We can see polyp and medusa. Okay, there we can see two intermediate structures. Polyp we can see in some, medusa will be seen in some of the Coelenterata, and some, for example, Lobelia alone, we can see both polyp and medusa. Two different characters, and polyp can be changed into medusa, medusa can be changed into polyp. So polyp will form medusa by asexually, but medusa will form polyps by sexually. Is that clear, children? And we know polyp or sessile, and they don't have any stalk, so it will attach to the any one of the substratum, or it will be, it is not firmly attached also, it will attach little bit with some substratum. And medusa will have a tentacles like substance, so it is a free swimming. And we have learned about all other characteristic, and here nerve cells started, so nervous system is started, and digestion also started with a gastrovascular cavity, and digestion is incomplete because there is no two opening, only one opening is there. Next we'll move on to the third group, Ctenophora, and here we'll see little bit advanced. First I told porifera is intracellular digestion alone in terms of digestion. Second group, intracellular plus extracellular digestion, and come to the Ctenophora where we can see digestion is complete. Why? There we can see mouth also, anus also. Like that we can see some gradual changes from the Coelenterata group. First we'll move on to the first character. How we would call it as commonly? The Ctenophora will be call it as sea walnuts, okay, commonly called as sea walnuts. So Ctenophora group commonly known as sea walnuts or comb jellies, or we can call it as comb jellies, okay, or we can call it as comb jellies. So what is the common name for Ctenophora? Okay, it is a sea walnuts or comb jellies. And here it is of exclusively marine. We can't see in the other aquatic region, exclusively it is marine, and it is radially symmetrical. We know CCE means it will comes under radially symmetrical. So Coelenterata, so Ctenophora comes under the CCE pattern, so this is also comes under radially symmetrical. And here also diploplastic, ectoderm, endoderm alone, there is no mesoderm, but we can see mesogilia alone. And here tissue level of organization started. And here one interesting character is a body bear external rows of ciliated plates that help in locomotion. Normally there is no separate organ for locomotion, like how we are having leg for locomotion, like that these kind of animals, they don't have a separate organ for locomotion, but the body will have some ciliated, like small finger like structure. This ciliated will be helpful for the movement of animals. So small ciliated plates can be useful for locomotion, that we can see in the external region. And digestion, I told it is a complete, both extracellular and intracellular, so we can see mouth also and anus also. And here very important character is bioluminescence. They can able to emit light. The organisms, they can able to emit light because it will have the luminescent capacity in that organisms. So that is only we are called as bioluminescence. So Ctenophora has the special characteristic bioluminescence, and sexes are not separate, so still it is in the same organisms, hermaphrodite only, male and female will be seen in only in the one organisms. And here the advanced organisms started, so reproduction is only by sexual method. Till now we have learned a porifera, Coelenterata, where we can see both asexual and sexual, but come to this reproduction, sexual reproduction only can be seen in Ctenophora onwards, okay. And fertilization is external with indirect development. External means sperm and ova will come out from the body, and in the water the fertilization would take place. That's why we are called as external fertilization. And indirect development means zygote will divide, they will form a larva to adult. And what are the example? Pleurobrachia and Ctenophora is the common example for this group. We shall see the picture. Now look at this. This is the structure. First structure is the Ctenophora, that is only pleurobrachia. This is only first one. No, this is only pleurobrachia. So this structure only we can call it as pleurobrachia. Now this body has a two flagella, like it is not a flagella, that's why we are called as tentacles. So we know, we have learned in Coelenterata group, tentacles is meant for movement and also for secretion of some stinky smell to escape from the predator. Like that, here also tentacles will be there for the locomotion. So the tentacles, no, this tentacles will contain, so all over the tentacle it will contain a cilia. So the cilia will help for the locomotion. The cilia will help for the locomotion. And here I told you, we can see digestion is complete, so mouth pore is there, anal pore is there. Digestion is complete, so mouth pore is there, anal pore is there. So followed by the mouth, we can see the organ level started. So tissues to next is organ level started. So we can see the pharynx. We can see the pharynx also, and we can able to see 8 rows, 1 2 3 4, behind 4, 8 rows of ciliated comb plates. So this is only, we can call it as a ciliated comb plates. So 8 rows of ciliated comb plates. This is very important. With that only we can see the locomotion of the organisms. So 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates will be seen in the comb jellies, that is sea walnuts. And second diagram is Phalaenopsis, and this is also an example for the Ctenophora group. Even here also we can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So 8 comb plates we can see externally, like because the body is little bit organized. So we can see organ level starter, no? So they will contain some external 8 rows of comb plate. Okay, 8 rows of comb plate. And normally this, what is the main role means, it will help for the locomotion. It will help for the locomotion. Is that clear, children? So this structure also you can able to see clearly. So like this only you can able to see inside the water, and they'll possess a characteristic of what, bioluminescence. So in that area it is the same water will be very brightly colored. How we can see, no? Some insects they will possess a bioluminescent character, like that this also will possess a bioluminescence. So in night time we can see the glow inside the water. And next video I'll send the Platyhelminthes. Thank you, children.